Good evening, this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of medicine, continue with Beijing opera. Today this video is, I'm planning to just dedicate to one person actually, Mr. Shang and his family. Because I have presented all the other three, Mr. Mei, Mr. Xun, Mr. Cheng. I couldn't do anything, any songs presented by Mr. Shang, because his voice is very high. In terms of the tone, the melody very close to Mr. Mei's, but his voice is very, very high. I even couldn't do any of his either opera or any songs from him. But he's a friend of Mr. Mei. Actually, he was the first one to be famous singing the female in the Beijing opera. And later on, Mr. Mei started. Mr. Mei is younger than Mr. Shang. And they were friends. Four of them, Mr. Mei, Mr. Shang, Mr. Cheng, Mr. Xun, they're all friends. And Mr. Shang's voice is very special. If you're interested, he had many plays, like the third mother taught the son, or a lot of, especially for those female in the army. So he played many of those kind of Beijing operas, because so that fit his special voice of nature. Nature voice is very high, and he's very handsome. He had so that's why I couldn't sing any song about him. But I kind of interested in his. He could write poem. He could paint the art piece, and he had a son actually, Mr. Xiaoyun Shang, who is very special, is expert in the Jing special, with which is the man with painted face. And I presented his piece before. So this is about, this video only talk about the Mr. Shang, and then because I couldn't sing any of his opera, just because his voice is so high toned, very, very high. I even could not reach the bottom of his voice, so I couldn't sing any of them. But I'm very, my first Beijing opera, like the cassette, was from Mr. Shang. I listened every day and night. I just love his opera, but I couldn't learn any of them because I knew, but I just cannot sing any of them because the tone is so high. So, but anyway, I just show respect for his style and his student. He has many students. One of them, I think, Miss Sun. Her voice is just like Mr. Shang's, just in female style. It's very high, so and wide, high and wide. That's really difficult, especially for a female to sing Mr. Shang's style. Anyway, so I just figured to put this video here about Mr. Shang's style, because I have the collections for Mr. Mei and Mr. Xun and Mr. Cheng, but not any from Mr. Shang's opera, because I couldn't do it. So I figured to just have this video to explain, but I can list some of his famous opera, very famous, very well known, and usually it's about the soldier, the female soldier in the field, or the very strong-willed female, and very strict, very disciplined. This kind of character was in his opera. So I can list some, like I can list some of his opera. If you're interested, you can search and find out whether his voice can fit yours, or whether his music you're interested. But anyway, I just figured to have this video here to show respect and to dedicate to him, and also his son Mr. Xiaoyun Shang is a very well respected special Jing's style. So I'm just going to stop here, and if you're interested, you can search either Mr. Xiaoyun Shang and his opera, and Mr. Xiaoyun Shang and his opera. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.